Hey guys, it's Madam Morta, and this is a recent project that I just finished up. It's actually one of those 7-inch monitors that you use to back up your car, or for those of you watching this, it's used for portables. Although this particular monitor I got for $1 out of a bargain bin at the flea market because the little connector on it was kind of squished. And they figured it was broken, but the screen itself was fine. It just needed to be manually soldered or have a replacement plug. So this has been my go-to testing monitor for the last year, and it works great. But the thing is that the resolution is so terrible on it that I wouldn't feel good about putting it into a portable or anything whose screen I really cared about. So this is my project. It is not meant to be pretty, it is not meant to be nice, it's just meant to be functional, and I'm not supposed to feel bad about banging it up. So it's not painted. I mean, I paint pretty much everything. Here's my little Raspberry Pi case, the little Famicom, painted that. And now I feel bad about putting it in my backpack, but this I will not, because it was not meant to be perfect. I just told myself whatever flaws the print has, whatever little flaws, like you can tell the red jack is kind of tilted a bit. It's not meant to be pretty, it's just meant to be functional, and that's it. So here's what it does. This little monitor, you can tell I 3D printed the back half of it, and that's because I had to fit the battery in there. So the battery is the same kind of battery that I used in my Wii Portable, except that instead of 2 18650 cells, it's got 3. So it could run a conservative Wii Portable for about 3 hours. So I haven't tested how long it will run the screen for, but it's safe to say it's a really long time. So this would be great for car rides. Also, the cool thing is that even if the screen is on, you can also use it to charge your phone, or to run a Raspberry Pi, or to do pretty much anything with 5 volts. So it's nice to have around just in general, just as a phone bank by itself, and then also as a little monitor it's nice because anything with composite can go into it. And you can also use it as little speakers or whatever you want, so it's pretty cool. And it's convenient because it charges with micro USB, so you don't have to bring a special cable with it, it just charges with my phone cable. So here's the power switch, video, left audio, right audio. Doesn't matter which is which. Actually, the jacks are both red because it doesn't matter. I'm sure I have a white one somewhere, I just didn't feel like digging for it. This was not meant to be a time-consuming project at all. Here's the speakers. I didn't put much time into the speaker grills. It's not a great design. In hindsight, maybe making them so big was a bad idea because things can fall in there, but whatever. The front half, you can tell, is actually the original bezel from the monitor, and these silver buttons, although I kept them with the bezel, only the plus and minus work, and they don't do plus and minus on the menu for the screen, they do plus and minus volume. So I can change the volume by pushing those. The rest don't do anything for now. In the future, if I ever decide to add something in here, I could do that and add functions like mute if I wanted. I could add a mute button or mute switch or something. So these are Wii AV cables, and I actually have a Wii running behind me. And you can tell at the bottom here, those 2 purple lights, those are infrared LEDs. And if you look closely at that middle circle on the left and the square on the right, those are both infrared filters. So they were meant, one of them was meant to hide this little infrared sensor here for the remote that I never got with it because I got mine used. But the other one, the square one, I believe, was not used for anything, at least in this model of the monitor. So they were just too perfect to not put a sensor bar in there. So yes, it's a waste of a tiny bit of electricity. No, it's not really going to matter. But if I ever wanted to use this to play Wii games, despite its terrible resolution, if I ever wanted to use it in the car to play Wii games or on a trip, I could, and I wouldn't have to bring an extra sensor bar. So it was just too tempting. I couldn't not. And it gets really loud. So I'm sitting, you can't really tell, but I am sitting really close to the screen, so I can't get the Wii Remote at this angle, at this distance, to not kind of shake all over the place, but there, that's kind of better. if you get it too close up, it'll start shaking around, and if you get it at the wrong angle, it'll do it. So, but you can tell it works fine. Like I can click on stuff and everything, so works fine. Anyway, that's my little, I mean, you couldn't really tell, I don't think. Where'd it go? There it is. See, I'm actually pointing at it, but the camera makes it look like I'm sitting far away and zoomed in, but I'm not. The Wii Remote was like 1.5 feet away from this, and this is almost as wide as a regular sensor bar, so it's lucky it was even able to pick it up at that distance. So anyways, that's about it for this. There, the volume went away. Oh, huh. It sounded quieter because it was laid down, but you can tell the volume buttons work and everything. Anyway, that's about it for this. This is maybe the first practical thing I've ever built. I've been making custom gaming stuff for a while, but I haven't made anything that's actually practical and useful other than for playing games. And of course, I made a sensor bar into it as well, just because habit. But I'm really happy with it. I think that in the future, I would like to make a very small Wii, not like a portable, but just something to accompany it, something like this with little TI regulators that could run off of its 5 volts, because with this size screen and one of these, it would probably run like 2.5 hours, something like that. And I think that'd be really great. And I could have little AV ports on this to actually plug into a TV, but I could also use it to plug in here. So that'd be really nice. So hopefully in the future I'll get around to doing that, although this took me like a year to get around to doing, but hopefully I'll make a pair out of this to make a tiny little TV and Wii set that I can bring with me on vacations and stuff. So anyways, that's about it for this video, and thank you guys for watching.